Okay, guys, let's begin our discussion forum for week 7. Okay,
What are wrapper classes and why are they useful for array lists? In your answer, include examples of autoboxing and unboxing.
okay. What are wrapper classes? Okay, one of the primary purpose of wrapper classes is to take an integer data type and convert it into a wrapper class. What am I saying? I have image here. So this box by this one here, as you can see, this is Java um, 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 primitive data types. Okay, so wrapper classes, they convert the primitive type to um, wrapper classes. Okay, so they convert they convert bytes into bytes. Okay, so as you are seeing them, they are all looking the same. The only difference is just that the capital letters. Okay, so when you are using them, it's just that if you want to, if you type bytes, which is a small letter byte, this is a primitive data type. And when you want to use the wrapper data type, you use bytes, that is capital B. Okay, so wrapper classes are useful when you want to convert a primitive data type to a wrapper class. Okay, so you are seeing all of them here. Okay, so they all have from byte, short, integer, long, char, float, and double, and boolean. Okay, but they have some exception. As you're seeing all of them, the difference is just the capital letter. But when it comes to um integer and char, it's a little bit different. So yeah, you're seeing integer and char is not only that, is the capital letter is not only the different, it's just that int here, yes, int is not only the capital letter that is different, the spelling entirely is different. So as you're seeing, they're changing it into an integer, and this char is spelled capital C, then with the full spelling is character. Okay, so these are primitive data type, and these are um, wrapper classes. Okay, so they are objects, and these ones are data type. Okay, so if you want to convert a primitive data type to an object, here it is. The primitive is byte. The class is byte, but with a capital B. Okay, so they ask us again, so what are wrapper classes? You could just go online. Very simple. If you may understand this, but you don't know how to like explain it, so you just go online, just go to Google, just search simple wrapper classes in Java with explain. Okay, this is some of them. They explain some here. As you can see, primitive data type, wrapper classes. Here are some leaks. You just click here, open new tab. You see different, there's lots of explanation. Let's check out one. Here is one. There's one explanation about what it's a primitive type. About
A wrapper class is a class whose object wraps or contains primitive data types. When we create an object to a wrapper class, it contains a field, and in this field, we can store primitive data types. In other words, we can wrap a primitive value into a wrapper class object.
Okay, so you are seeing it. We're wrapping a primitive value into a wrapper class object. It's just that converting an int into an integer. Okay, it's very simple. This wrapper classes is good when you want to convert an int into an integer, or a char into a float, into character, float to float, double to double. Okay, is it's easy. You could just go and read. I see this one explanation. Let me this another one for W3 schools explanations. There are different explanations. You just have to just maybe if you choose to paraphrase it, or you can just cite, just copy it and cite or paraphrase it. Make sure you put a reference. This is many explanation in rapper classes. What rapper classes is this one too. Here's another explanation again on what a rapper class is. Mm, where is
Wrapper classes in Java provides a way to wrap or represent the value of primitive data types as an object. By creating an object to the wrapper class, a field is created, and in this field we can store primitive data types. It also includes methods to unwrap the objects back into the primitive data types. It is one of the classes provided in the java.lang package, and all of the primitive wrapper classes in Java are immutable.
Okay, so if you are wondering how do I get to all these sites that I'm seeing different explanation, it's very simple. Just go to Google, search this. If you scroll down, here's the website. You just right click, new tab. You go here, you right click, new tab. Then you see different explanations. The one that you see is fit for you, you use it. Okay, so now the second question is why. Let me see. um the second question is how they are useful in ArrayLists. Okay, but let me show you some examples of it here. Okay, so right now you're seeing a wrapper class where they're giving examples of a wrapper class. Okay, so right now this is an int, and they are converting the the int into an integer. Okay, so you're seeing it. Here's another example again. Okay, but this one they're doing it backwards. They're converting an integer into an int. Okay, let me show you how they are useful in array lists. So this explanation is from W3 schools. So how wrapper classes are useful in array lists. As you're seeing, when you're using array list, when you want to call an array list, you first of all you import it, because okay, let me show you. Try. I think they have. Okay, so you're seeing it. Here's it. This is what you are going to import first of all. Then where is, okay, let me go back. So you are seeing now, when you import it, you type this. Okay, then you specify the data type. Okay, so right now you can't put an integer. An array list doesn't accept a primitive data type. Okay, you only accept classes. Okay, which is wrapper classes. Okay, you accept wrapper classes. So this is useful. A wrapper class is useful for array list, because array list does not accept primitive data type. As you can see, they say this is invalid. Okay, you can't use a primitive type, but you can use a wrapper class, which is an integer. Okay, so in this example here, as you can see, they added 4 item to the list, to the array list. If you don't know array list, if you don't understand what array list is all about, then I think you should go and watch the learning guide for week 7. I think there's a video that explains it. Okay, they added this to the array. Let me just print the array here. I think the system Okay, let me just print the array so that you see. I will just print the array and I paste this. Then I should run. So yeah, you're seeing the array list. Okay, here's the array list. There are 4 items inside. Okay, so this is very very useful when it comes to arrays. Wrapper class are very useful when it comes to arrays because you must use a wrapper class when it comes to arrays. I don't know if it's must, maybe they have other expansion, but I know that ArrayLists does not accept primitive data type. You only accept wrapper classes. Okay, so you can still do this, you can still remove this. It's not must to still specify the data type here, but in good practice people mostly do that, but I think it's not much. So even though you don't put it here, but since you specify it here and you run it, it's still going to work. Okay, sorry, that wasn't the place to run it easier. So as you're seeing, we have no error. Okay, so there are many explanations. Okay, so just go through the site, check through the ones that is best suit for you. Okay, then you see the explanation. Just go here, search, you will see there are lots of sites here. Just keep and look at help videos that you can still watch, okay, to understand more about wrapper classes, okay, and how to use them with array lists. Okay, wrapper classes comes with some extra let me say methods. Okay, um here's some methods that you can use for integer. Okay, here you see an int, then a wrapper class. Okay, then you are seeing when they are converting an integer into a wrapper class. You are seeing the first answer here. You can just try this code and see. Just create a class, try this code here, you will see all the answers. Okay, okay, these are the methods that you can use. You see, let me put it again.
What are wrapper classes and why are they useful for array lists? In your answer, include examples of autoboxing and unboxing.
Okay, so they say we should include examples of autoboxing and unboxing. This is obvious. Let me show you. Okay, if you check on one of the explanations here, you keep going down learning more about wrapper classes. When you see, here's an explanation of as they give an explanation of autoboxing and unboxing. Let's use autoboxing. Autoboxing. What? Okay, I think I did not copy it. Well, okay, let me try that again.
Autoboxing, automatic conversion of primitive types to the object of their corresponding wrapper classes, is known as autoboxing.
Okay.
For example,
so you say automatic conversion of a primitive data type to the object. Okay, so if you want to convert a integer, if you want to convert an int, use an integer. If you want to convert a boolean, use a boolean wrapper class, which is capital B. Okay, so now autoboxing is converting a primitive data type into a wrapper class. Okay, it's very simple. That's what they're trying to explain here.
autoboxing, automatic conversion of primitive types to the object of their corresponding wrapper classes, is known as autoboxing. For example, conversion of int to integer, long to long, double to double, etc. Example.
Okay, so you see
autoboxing,
so you see int to integer, long to long, because we are converting a primitive data type into a wrapper class. It's called autoboxing. Very simple, nothing there. It's not any. The English might be big, but that's what it means. Yeah, as a code examples. Okay, here is char. We know this is a primitive data type. As you are seeing here, they are converted in. Here is called autoboxing. We are converting char, which is a primitive data type, into a wrapper class, which is character. Okay, so we are converting um char to character. It's called autoboxing, converting a primitive data type to a wrapper class. Okay, it's called autoboxing. Okay, yeah, we're still doing autoboxing here, but it's not really obvious. Okay, you'll be wondering where is the autoboxing going here, because right now this is a wrapper class data type, because as you can see it's integer, but where we are converting it here is in here. Okay, it's in here. This data which is passed through into the parameter is not a wrapper class data. Okay, it's not a wrapper class, it's an primitive data type. Okay, this is a primitive data type. Okay, what just doing here is just that they are passing it directly. Okay, but this is a primitive data type, so when it gets into the array it's converted into a integer. This on int, and when it gets into the array it's converted into an integer. Okay, these two examples of autoboxing. I still have some here. Okay, I think this one, this is another example again. Okay, as you can see here, int to integer. This we are storing we are assigning a value. Okay, so as you can see we are converting it. Autoboxing is happening here. Sorry, autoboxing is happening here because this is a primitive data type, and now we are converting it into a wrapper class. Okay, then we're printing it out. The same thing goes here. Autoboxing is happening in this line. The same thing goes here. Autoboxing is happening here. All of that are just the same. The only difference in this one is that we are doing it in one line. Okay, so you can still do this in one line. Just write integer here, give it a variable name, then assign the primitive data type value to it. It's still autoboxing. There is another. Let me run the code so that you see the output. Okay, that's it. Now this is another example again. We are passing the it's still the same examples we saw. We are passing the primitive data type as a parameter. Okay, and we're using ArrayLists. Okay, so this primitive data type is going into the parameter and is converted into a a, a integer. Okay, which is a wrapper class. It's called autoboxing. Okay, yeah, the outputs. What happened? There's an error. I don't know why is it showing an error. I think maybe it's the site, but this is correct. I'm coming. Let me check something. Main. Then why is it showing an error? Okay, let's then close this bracket here. Okay. Aha. Now it's going to work. Aha. It's working now. It's working now. Autoboxing. Let's see examples of unboxing. Okay. Unboxing. So if we just let's see.
Unboxing, it is just the reverse process of autoboxing. Automatically converting an object of a wrapper class to its corresponding primitive type is known as unboxing. For example, conversion of integer to int, long to long, double to double, etc.
So unboxing is this they are the same thing. Obviously, they are the same thing. It's just that unboxing is the opposite. Okay, autoboxing is changing a primitive data type into a wrapper class. Okay, which is autoboxing. Now, unboxing is a wrapper class to a primitive data type. Okay, so it's reverse. It's just reverse. Okay, the first one I was showing you how to change a primitive data type to a wrapper class. Now I will be showing you how to change a wrapper class to a primitive data type. It's just reverse. Okay, it's reverse. So if we go to the explanations here, you see this is a wrapper class. As you can see, char. Okay, char. This is a wrapper class. Okay, and now you're seeing they are converting this wrapper class into a primitive data type, which is sorry, this is character. Okay, which is a wrapper class, which is a wrapper class, and now you're seeing that they're passing the variable name here and converting char, which is a wrapper class, into a primitive data type, which is char. Okay, remember this is a wrapper class, this is a primitive data type, so this is called unboxing. Okay, unboxing, thus converting wrapper class, which are objects, into a primitive data type. Yeah, you can still see the where they're converting it again. This is another example. As you're saying, they're passing a primitive data type value here. Okay, and they're adding it into the array, and here you're seeing they're getting the value, yeah, which is in position 0, which is this. Okay, now they're converting it into a int. Okay, so right now this is called autoboxing. There are two examples. The output it's 20 to 24. Now this is another example. Okay, as you're seeing, a primitive data type, this is a wrapper. Okay, then int int data int data type. Okay, wrapping it to. So let's see where they are converting it to, where they are doing the autoboxing. Where is it? The same lots of explanations here. Where is the comments for the autoboxing? I'm not seeing any comments for autoboxing, but these explanations. Okay, let's just go down. Let me show you some other explanations of autoboxing. Okay, sorry, unboxing, not autoboxing. Now, as you can see, this is another example again of unboxing. Okay, we added primitive data type into the array, which is integer, and now we are plusing them. Okay, we are plusing them. As you can see, we are plusing them, and when you plus them, I think integer, which is this wrapper class, doesn't work with plus. I think so, but right now this data, which is the answer we're going to get here, is, I think it's a primitive data type. Yes, it's a primitive type. Oh, it's a primitive data type. So here is where the autoboxing is happening. Okay, when you get to when you're plusing into the array, we are getting the position 0, which is position 0 is 12. So this is 12. Position 2 is this one, which is 100, 1234, which is here, and position 1, which is this 2, 123. Okay, so now we are plussing them together, and the answer, we are converting it into a integer, sorry, into an int, not an integer, into an int. Okay, so what's happening here is auto boxing. Here's another explanation again. Yes, here's another explanation. As you can see, integer passed through here, converted into an integer. Okay, here's the value, then passed through here, converted into an int. Okay, here we're just doing it in one line. Okay, here are the outputs. Then here's another example again. So right now this is an integer. Here's the value. Here's the variable name. Now the variable name is added here, and what's happening here is auto boxing. Okay, so this is a method. Okay, a method. Okay, as you're seeing, what we're passing here, this data here is coming from here, which is an integer. Okay, which is an which is an integer. Okay, so we're passing an integer data through here. That's a wrapper class. Okay, we're passing it through here, but when it comes to here, it's converted into an int. Okay, this is auto boxing. We will pass it as a parameter. Okay, so you are seeing we're passing this data here, and this data is an integer. As you can see, it's an integer. We're passing it through here. Okay, so we're passing through the parameter. This is an actual parameter, this is a formal parameter, and the formal parameter is expected is getting a data. Okay, a data type. So what we are doing, we're just passing this to here. If you know how parameters work, should not be confusing. Okay, so they change when it's converting into an integer to an int. It's auto boxing. So auto boxing is happening here. Pass it in through here. When it goes here, it is an integer. Okay, you should know this now. This is a modulus operator. Yes, I think yeah, modulus operator who gets the remainder. Okay, and this is the output. Okay, just go online, search. There are many examples you can use. Okay, you can just go to geometry schools. Yeah, all these sites. You will learn more about auto boxing and all this. I think there are still more explanations here. Let me scroll down. Okay, yeah, they're just telling us the difference. Non-primitive type. Then yeah, they're explaining more about it. Still giving you more examples. As you can see, this is invalid. Invalid. Just go online, check. Okay, you can see more examples. Or you can try out your own examples. Thank you.